All right, hello everybody. My name is Andy Volker. I'm a saxophone player, alto and tenor and soprano, and I'm a music educator, improviser, composer. You just stumbled across this page. This is Saxophone Geek, where I like to show saxophone stuff, talk about issues involving gear and playing, approach to the horn, musicality, all that kind of fun stuff. And if you're interested, subscribe because there's always going to be more videos coming. This video today is inspired by receiving a mouthpiece, which is sort of unusual, and I'll talk about it in a minute. I'm going to try and do this fast. My videos end up being way too long, but I want to play 3 other mouthpieces that I have to play, and then play this one so you can hear that one as well. So the mouthpieces we have today starts with a relatively new acquisition. This is the Ted Klum Acoustimax Clear, made out of a space age plastic. It's about a 6 opening. The mouthpiece after that will be a New York, USA mouthpiece that I've had for 15 years that I had refaced by Ted Klum. It was a 6 when it was new, but it was all warped, so I had it refaced to a 5, and I've played it a lot for many years. It's a great mouthpiece. One after that will be a all original Meyer Brothers 4M, and it's medium chamber. It's got the original. Let's see if we could show it to you. Here we go. Okay. It's got the original facing all the way up to the end. A little hard to see. You can sort of see it there. But it's a 4M, so it's a little shallow. It takes the right reed for that mouthpiece to really sing. And then the 4th mouthpiece, which is why I'm doing the video, is a mouthpiece I was just gifted, acquired. And this is very unusual. This is a Bill Street Alto mouthpiece. It feels like it's about a 6, and it says on the other side Bill Street on it. This is either a solid silver. I would like for this to be solid silver, but it could also be stainless. Shank ring, which there is hard rubber in there in the shank. You could see where the separation line is. But in this mouthpiece, you could tell just by the way it looks internally. It's got a real short rollover baffle, and the internal dimensions are... It's got a fairly large chamber, but it's got nice rounded side walls. There's just something about the way this mouthpiece feels and looks that you could just tell it was going to play. And play it does, at least with this first read and this first attempt. So we're going to run all 4 mouthpieces for you. Stay tuned. Hope you enjoy this. It's definitely fun playing them. Thanks. Now, all the variables are not going to be... This is obviously just for fun, right? Because I don't have all the variables going the same way. I'm going to use the Ted Klum with a modern Rico H ligature, which is sort of like a modern Harrison ligature. With this reed here, and then the other mouthpieces will be with different ligatures. So this isn't a perfect test. There's no such thing as a perfect test. We're just going to play a little alto. So here we go. All right, here's the Ted Klum. It's clear and looks pretty awesome, like that. The light depends on the light. It plays great sometimes, some reeds. I leave it on this saxophone. This is the horn I teach with when I go out and teach. So I leave it on here with a reed, couple of reeds, and I'm sort of warming up to it. I'm starting to like it a little more than when I first got it. When I first got it, the material is different, and it's a little slow to respond. It's not as... doesn't have some of the brightness. But if you push it, it still has some projection. It's an interesting piece. Here's what she sounds like. right, so here's the New York, USA Meyer that's from the early 70s, probably, that I've had for many years. It was refaced in the 90s or 2000s by Ted Klum, probably the early 2000s. And I played a lot. Here's what it sounds like. Good piece. All right, next one. All right, here is the Meyer Brothers 4M. So we're going shallower. The Ted Klum was a 6. The Meyer that Ted Klum faced years ago is a 5, and this is a 4M. And this measures on the money for a vintage mouthpiece. It's pretty accurate. And here's what it sounds like. That's pretty nice. It's shallower, so you got to watch out how you're voicing the notes and how much you drop your jaw, and you don't want to pinch too much. It doesn't close off. The facing is great. It doesn't seem to close off at all. It just responds differently because it's a 4. But it's a great mouthpiece that I get to use sometimes. It's not loud enough to play with really loud drummers or whatever. I mean, you can get by, but you're working too much. I think it's a good mouthpiece for certain situations. So that's what that's like. All right, so here we are with the 4th mouthpiece in the video here. This is the Bill Street. Let me move it that way. You can see better. This is a custom mouthpiece. He must have not made a lot of these. They're pretty unusual. Sam Rivers played one of these on tenor. At least that's what it looks like to me. And it plays, it's surprising. It's open enough to play. It's probably about a 6 opening. And holy cow, the sound comes out of this thing is crazy. The reed just got a little dry, so I'm going to make sure the reed's ready to go and play some notes on this thing. something. And boy, it really, really sings. Yeah, there you go. It really sings. It's quite interesting. So we'll see over the course of time, get some different reeds across this thing and see how it plays. Try it on the other horn, see how it plays, that kind of thing. You don't make a decision in one day on a mouthpiece, on any kind of mouthpiece. At least that's my feeling, is that it takes some time. And it'll be fun to experiment with this thing. It's really, to throw a reed on and have that kind of response right away is unusual. So we'll see what happens. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe. Saxophone Geek. We'll be back with more stuff for you to watch. And have fun playing out there. Hope your reeds run good and true. Thank you.